Yeah, what's up, yo? It's your Playboy on deck. And I'm your host, Michael Kendrick. And you're listening to Str8Talk. That's right. Let's get it, yo. Today, we have a special guest in the building. That's right. It's my sis, Chelsea Pierce. Alright. Give it up, yo. Yeah.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you, ma. Thanks for coming up.
Oh, that's so cutesy. Am I close enough to the mic?
Yeah, I was gonna say something because you were kind of like a little way distant from the mic, but you're perfect.
I don't know if I was close enough the first time when I said something. Oopsie.
But first I want to say my apology on the short notice for this podcast.
Baby boy, please. No need to apologize.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're here, sis.
Don't you even get saucy on me, Michael. Me too, okay?
Alright, I'm just saying, sis. You know, it's because I haven't seen you in a while. You know what I mean? But you made it.
I know. I've been very distant. But, that's right. I am here. And I wouldn't miss this for the world. I mean, you are doing something different and organic with this doll artistry. I mean, you are taking it, to the levels of what your expressions and your art is bringing. And I'm very proud to be a part of this. It's not something that a lot of people talk about, It's basically an art form that has been strange for a lot of people who look at it, very strange.
I appreciate you saying that. I had to get you on the show because for those who don't know who Chelsea is, she's the reason for my start with this doll art. Yeah, it's her fault. All fingers pointing to her across this table. This woman brought me into this doll art stuff.
Oh, is it like that? Yes, okay, blame it on me. It's what you always do.
Nah, don't do that, sis. What you talking about?
What? Yes, you do. But I'm used to it. Michael. Boy, please. You need to stop fucking lying. Oops. Can I say that?
Yeah. On my motherfucking show, you could say anything you want.
Okay. That slipped. That was a little bit of a potty mouth. But since you're okaying it, no, I don't normally curse like that. But what your audience, what they don't know is that the Sutton Mycene doll was a perfect character, that I had in mind. And due to the swollen, big, fat head that it has...
Yo, so what you saying, sis? Huh? What is that implying? Or what are you implying?
So what I'm saying is that when I saw this doll and how big that head is, so I don't know, it looks like a bobblehead. But I said, that's Michael. 'Cause this Michael sitting across from me in real life, listen up. This guy has a big, swollen bobblehead. And yes, his head, when he shakes his head, it looks like a bobblehead. Yes, it do. Don't even go there.
Oh, nah, you ain't right. See, there she go. She straight clowning me on my motherfucking show. Yeah, but it's all good though.
Can I get some water up in here? Phew, it's hot. But is that what you call it? Is that what I'm doing? This is the way that Michael and I banter in real life. We have this silly, stupid, comical relationship.
You know what? Yeah, she right about that. We do have a comical relationship. But I want you to be yourself, Chelsea. Because what we're about to talk about is support from family. I want to know, did you get that when you first started to expose your craft on your IG platform? Like, what was it like for you?
Well, wow. So, are we going there? Yes, we are. Well, that's a good question. And a complicated one. And the reason why I say that, this doll art wasn't even a thought for me.
Nah, you're going to have to explain that. What? Really? That's hard for me to believe.
No, it wasn't. At the time, I was going through a lot with my Nana. She was very, very ill. So, yes, my focus was on her, to help her.
I know, sis, and I'm sorry about that. I remember, and I know when you're taking care of somebody, it takes a lot of your focus. I get it. But how did you get into this doll craft? Considering that I know you was going through a
Okay,
lot.
well, your first episode you mentioned, my best friend, Madison, yes, it's funny. She has the same name as the Mycene doll, and yes, she's a baddie. Well, it was Christmas, and she wanted to buy a doll for herself at that time. And I thought it was silly and strange for a grown woman to want. But do I still feel that way? No, I don't.
Let me get this straight. So in the beginning, you seeing your best friend purchasing a Mycene doll she wants for herself, and you thought it was strange for a grown-ass woman to purchase this doll. But what changed your mind?
Well, let me tell you. Actually, Madison bought the doll. And I questioned her about it. And yes, I did laugh at her, and I felt so bad. I mean, I feel so bad now. But at the time, because I thought it was strange for a grown-ass woman to want. Like, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to play like little girls do? Like, what is the reason for it?
Did you actually think that this grown-ass woman is going to play with this doll like a little girl?
Yes, I actually thought that. I don't know. I never had a doll when I was a kid. It was forbidden. It was forbidden. I can't even say the word. It was forbidden for me to have a doll. Okay? And it was crazy to me because my sister could have one. But I couldn't. You know what I mean? It just didn't make sense to me. I thought it was wrong for me to want one.
Yo, that's fucked up. That ain't right. Why couldn't you? That don't make sense to me. Your sister can have one, but you can't.
It wasn't right. Yeah. I come from a very strict, toxic family when I was a little kid, but that's what it was for me. There are some things you just don't understand when you're going through a lot of things when you're young. And, when things are rough, things are tough, we don't understand as little kids. You don't know why parents do such things, especially too when you have more people in the family, more siblings. Sometimes there's favoritism, sometimes, girls can be such a tomboy, and some parents may look at that and feel like, I don't know, maybe you're the son of the family. I don't know. It's strange. It's crazy. Yes, I was a tomboy in the family, so that's what it was for me. So when I saw my best friend Madison, while she was combing her doll's hair, right in front of me, right? And this warm look on her face, to have this doll as nostalgic, because that's what she did tell me. She said she wanted to collect it because for that nostalgic feeling. And that was her reason. But I could see in her face there was this joy. Like she looked calm and peaceful, and it's like I saw this little girl in her, enjoying combing that doll's hair. I couldn't understand that. I couldn't grasp on that feeling because I never had it.
You're absolutely right. Going through changes with your parents or whatever they going through, and how they want to raise their kids. One is a tomboy, one's a girly girl. I feel bad that you were kind of robbed, and I know that's exactly what you felt as that little girl, right? That you don't know what that feeling is like, and to see your friend today being a grown up, that was really hard for you to grasp and understand. Even though if it was your friend wanting to purchase doll for nostalgic reasons.
Yes, at the time I didn't know what that feeling was like, but to actually watch my best friend sit there combing her hair and saying, this brings back memories, all of that. And I was sitting there and I was looking at her, and she looked at me like, why are you looking at me funny? Strange. But see, what she didn't know and understand my past. So I told her, I just said, I don't get it. And then that's when she took the doll and she extended it out and had the comb in the other hand and said, do you want to comb her hair? And I looked at her and I'm like, why? And she said, just, try it. Just try it. So I felt fucking strange. I'm a grown-ass woman and I'm holding a doll and I'm about to comb her hair. So I just did it. I started combing her hair and I kept combing it. And the many times that I was trying to understand in my mind what I was doing, I think at that moment, I started to feel something that I couldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I just kept combing the doll's hair, and my friend was looking at me, and she was looking dead at my face, trying not to make it noticeable, but, I saw her at the corner of my eye, but I was feeling this, I don't know how to put it in words, but I guess it's like that little girl inside of me that I had this vision of my sister combing her hair, saw the same joy, and now I'm doing it as a grown-up woman. And I guess the little girl inside of me felt that. And I started to tear. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was a big baby.
Look at you. You ain't no big baby. Come on now. That was your inner child inside, actually going through the process of what you never had. So don't get it twisted, sis, because that's what it was. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it was.
I know. I meant, I was there combing her hair. My eyes were peeing. And my girlfriend, my bestie, she looked at me and she was like, why are you crying? And I told her, I said, I've I've never knew what this felt like. I don't know why, but knowing today, I know why I cried. Yes, it was the inner little girl who finally got to feel that same joy as a little kid. So that was a little blessing for me, but to continue to answer your question as far as having family support, actually, no, I didn't. Not in the beginning. I kind of kept it to myself for a minute, and I started building, my craft, my skills up. And mind you, I'm dealing with my ill Nana. So I needed to find something to keep my mind at peace, to keep me from breaking down of what was going on with my Nana. So I started doing that. I didn't share with it my craft to my Nana until I actually flew to where she was at and to spend time with her and help her through the process of her illness. And I thought for myself, should I bring them? Should I bring my craft? Should I bring my dolls? But I will say this. I feel like my sisters didn't understand my hobby, because it is a hobby. And it brings me comfort to where my mind is focused on creating instead of having to always be worried about my Nana, because she was going down pretty quickly, you know?
I can understand you putting your mindset in another place, and that keeps you focused on stimulating the mind to not allow what's going on with your Nana with her illness. And I know you wanted to be strong for her and not show her that sometimes you're breaking down. So I could see that. I could see you finding a way to keep yourself strong and to keep yourself from breaking in front of her and it's basically falling apart. I get it, but you state that your family, like your sister and them, they didn't understand it in the beginning. And tell me, how did that make you feel?
Exactly, that's what I was doing for myself. I didn't want my Nana to see me break. And when you come across somebody who is very, very ill and it just, takes them down quickly, you start to see them deteriorate, that was the one thing that kept me at peace. And when it came to my sisters, when I first started showing them, I really didn't get any, like when somebody sees your art and they're so excited and they're talking to you about it and, just showing some interest. I didn't get that in the beginning. And I guess they felt it was strange. And that was okay. But yes, it did hurt. But I continued to keep doing what I was doing for myself, and I knew I was going to be in this by myself. Well, that's what I felt until I actually, when I went to go take care of my Nana, I took my dolls with me. I took my camera with me. You know, the extra clothes, the fashion, the jewelry. And you doll people know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you do travel with a lot of things with the dolls. But when I took them and I exposed them because I felt like, how do I say this? I felt like I wanted to share this with my Nana. A part of me was a little bit afraid to, because maybe she would look at me strange. But you know what? She didn't. She smiled. There was times where I would go out on trips with my cousin. Now, he was a great supporter. He found my artistic, creative mind and how I brought it through my doll artistry with my doll photography. He was so amazed. And we would go on trips, with my Nana. Take her out to the beach, take her out for a drive, just allow her to enjoy a life while, she was still here at the time. I felt so good, my cousin and my Nana was the one that kept me going, kept me feeling proud about my craft. But here's the one thing that why I kept on doing it. Because I was in the living room one time, with my Nana, and I had all my dolls laid out, right? And she started to reach out. She started picking them up. She kept on saying, "Ooh, this doll is cute." And then it's so funny because she picked up another doll and said, "Ooh, this doll's ugly." But she was making her comments, right? And then she had me dying laughing. But she grabbed this one doll and said, "Is this you?" And I said, "Yeah, that's me, Nana." And she said, "I know it's you because it's cute. Your spirit is cute, your heart is cute, and you're a loving, kind woman to be here, to help her." Oh my God, I bawled my eyes out and I hugged her, and it was just emotional, but at the same time, it was beautiful because it brought her joy. When I would go out to the beach, I set him up and I'm taking pictures, and she's sitting on this chair by the beach and she's watching me and she's telling me, she was like, "Wow, I'm so amazed how you capture these pictures and how you set things up and work at it, and then to see the final project." She was amazed. And that's why I kept doing it. For her. Was it partially for me? Yes. But it was mostly for her because for the duration of her being alive, I wanted to keep that smile on her face, And that's what warmed my heart, to bring that joy to her before she passed on. Michael, you never brought me my water. Somehow, Steve.
Wow, that is a story. And I would never know. I mean, with all these feelings, with, how nostalgic these dolls can be for young girls, and for what now doll artistry is, and what people are doing with them. It's amazing. I want to thank you for sharing your story, and I'm gonna get you that water, and here goes some tissue. I'm just teasing you, but that's a story, and I'm glad you came on my platform to, share that, because I believe that there's so many people out there got a story like you. You know what I mean? And it should be heard. Why not? Because it's beautiful. It's beautiful what you did for your nana. And then on top of it, for yourself, to remain strong through the process of helping her out. But you brought her joy. You brought her love. You brought her happiness through your art. And that's beautiful, ma. It's beautiful. But for the way you brought me in it, and just wanting my voice and shit for voiceovers. But no, for real though, sis. I enjoy it. I enjoy it through this whole pandemic. Know what I mean? Because brother man like me, out in the concrete streets, people ain't respecting, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna clash with somebody. Know what I mean? So, has this been my kind of outlet? Yeah, part of it, and women too. I know.
Thank you for saying that, you big head. You and women. Such a playboy. Yeah, he's not really actually like the character of Michael. You know what I mean? Staying with one woman. Oops, did I bust that out? But anyway, no, it was a pleasure being here on your platform. And see, I'm parched. You didn't give me that water. But I just want to let the people know who that are listening and that are in this artistry. If you love doing what you're doing, do it. If it makes somebody else happy, do it. Because you are spreading smiles. You are spreading sunshine. You are spreading laughter. And just keep doing you. And keep continuing to shine. Because I might not be on my platform as much due to my injury, but I'm watching all of you. All of you have such beautiful talent. And I might come back on with this big apple head. But anyway, thanks for having me. And yes, everybody stay tuned.
There she goes. She busted me out. How you doing there, sis? Anyway, when we get off this line, but anyway, so appreciate ears that are listening to my channel. Follow and subscribe, like, comment, all that shit. Help my platform to grow. And stay tuned for the next podcast of Straight Talk. Deuces.